right, great to come your way once again. This is the special one we told you that will be bringing your way when it comes to the countdown to the World Cup. But we'll be shifting away a bit from that. We'll be looking at cricket. Well, I know most of you who love cricket, who do follow what I do a lot here in Ghana, not just football, but going to cricket, the cricket ovals to do what have you. I'm privileged to be here at the Australian High Commission, and privileged again to be having the High Commissioner herself, Her Excellency Bernice Owen Jones, with me. We're going to be delving into a few things with regards to cricket. Remember, Ghana was the very final country, the cricket trophy that toured various countries.
Yes.
Was the very final country that the trophy came, and the trophy also came here to the High Commission. We were here also to capture a few moments and what have you. But we are back here. Exactly. We're just back here again to speak with Her Excellency based on that as well. Excellency, good to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Exactly. Okay, so first off, we just want to find out from you, your thoughts, whether you think cricket as a sport can grow in a country like Ghana.
Well, absolutely. I don't see any reason why why it wouldn't grow in Ghana. Cricket is an all-inclusive sport. The fact is you can play it on a proper pitch, or you could play it on the street, on a beach. And to give you an example, in countries like Australia, Pakistan, India, streets get closed off for a bit of neighbourhood cricket, and it's all very friendly. In summer in Australia, people play cricket on the beach. And Ghana like many of those countries, is got a good community spirit, nice weather that lends itself to outdoor sports. So I don't see why cricket couldn't take off here to a greater level. And the fact is, I can really imagine, because cricket is a young sport for youth, a vibrant community of young cricket players here. It's just a matter of encouraging it in the right way. And the fact that the All-African Games, the Pan-African Games, are going to include cricket for the first time is the perfect opportunity to raise awareness about cricket. And another interesting development, which you mentioned, was that Ghana was selected among, it was one of the 14 emerging cricket nations to host the T20 World Cup. And we had it here, just where I'm sitting. It was you remember, it was in a glass case, and people were approaching it with great reverence and awe. So this illustrates that the International Cricket Council sees Ghana as having a lot of potential as a cricket-playing nation. And just very quickly, we would like to do our part to help develop cricket here in Ghana. We had the Ghana Cricket Association present at the event at the High Commission for the T20 World Cup, and we talked about what we could do to encourage awareness of the sport here in Ghana. And we'll also work with the Ministry of Sports, because they're very keen. I see no reason why we couldn't grow the sport here. And I think Ghana's off to a good start.
And thoughts of also Ghana's team. I know we couldn't make it through to the World Cup. As hard as we tried, virtually the challenges has to do with sometimes pitches, sometimes getting the right atmosphere to train and what have you. Thoughts of we not being able to go through to the World Cup. You being here in Ghana with us, I want to pick your thoughts on that. But
correct me if I'm wrong, but Ghana did make it to the qualifying series, right? So that's already a very good first step. And you mentioned the facilities, but it's more than just the facilities. It's about the community getting behind cricket as a sport. The government, of course, but the community encouraging the sport, encouraging young people to play cricket in schools. In Australia, young people play cricket at school. It's what they do. It's very ingrained in our culture. So obviously there's a bit more effort that has to be made here, but if we, and I say we because, as I said, the Australian High Commission is ready to assist, get behind the emerging team here, yes, the sky's the limit.
Okay, and also, I mean, based on that, do you think that Ghana can take some lessons from how Australia is grown to become a big cricketing nation?
Yes,
I'm not sure Australia just one day got up and became a big cricketing nation.
No, you're quite right. We have an unfair advantage. We've been doing it for more than 200 years. And now Australia has become it is the most successful Test cricket nation. And that's because it's very much part of our culture. It's ingrained in our psyche, playing cricket. But there's also, we've also fostered the sport. And the peak body, Cricket Australia, and the government have encouraged programs, got behind the team, but encouraged programs at the community level as well. So in schools are given cricket bats. The team, the big national team, has incredible facilities for training. So that's it. It's getting behind it, making a proactive effort, and we've been doing that for a long time. So, and I'd like to add, by the way, that it's a sport that's played by men and women. 30% of cricket participants are women.
Okay.
In fact, I don't know many Australians who haven't at some point picked up a cricket bat. So we have a bit of a head start over Ghana.
Okay.
But as I said, the potential is here in Ghana.
Her Excellency, finally, we want to pick your thoughts on Australia being in Qatar for the World Cup itself. What are your thoughts? Do you think the chances of Australia is high at the World Cup in Qatar?
I'll say never. The fact is, it was a really tough campaign for Australia to get where it did, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it went down to a penalty shootout.
It did.
The kicker, Alex Valera, is ready. Redmayne trying to keep him waiting. Again, this is all mind games. Redmayne gets another warning from referee Vincic. But he won't care if it works. It's all on this for Peru. Alex Valera. And Redmayne makes the save. It's a save that means the world to Australia. It's a save that means the World Cup for Australia. Joy unbridled for Graham Arnold and René Mullenstein for his players. They are going to the World Cup in Qatar.
So now Australia's in Group D, that includes Denmark, Tunisia, and France, the reigning champion.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a very tough campaign. But the thing about Australian sportsmen is that they have a great fighting spirit, particularly when they're wearing the national colours, green and gold.
No one gave them much of a chance, but never ever right off the Socceroos. A fifth consecutive World Cup as the cheers for Graham Arnold turn to cheers. Peru vanquished. Bring on the world in November. And you have to say on balance tonight, they deserve it.
So they can be very inspiring at that point. So what I say is, go Socceroos.
All right, okay. Thank you very much. I think we'll end here. That's all time can permit us. And we're really grateful that you gave us this opportunity to be, here for you to allow us in your home and also, share these thoughts with us.
Oh, not at all. So Australia is a great sporting nation. So if you wanted to talk about other sports or our sports culture more generally, surfing, tennis, swimming, the list goes on, we'd be happy to oblige.
All right, so that's all time will permit us. It's been a wonderful session here with Her Excellency Bernice Owen Jones. That's the High Commissioner to Australia here in Ghana. Also, I'm sure you all enjoyed it. Her part of the World Cup that she spoke about, the Socceroos, go Socceroos, she said, rooting behind the Australian national team going to Qatar. You know the group they belong to as well. I mean, being housed in a group with the defending champions, France, as well as an African country also in there, Tunisia. To the Cricket Association of Ghana, you heard the Excellency. So make sure you also do your bit to ensure that the support that will come your way, you use it to the inner benefit of all the players with regards to Ghana cricket. That's all. My name is Jola Champon. Thanks for joining us. Let's make it the same time with yet another ambassador with our tour to the various embassies. Bye-bye.